Journaling time.
Oh, just here one more time, What's up, party people?
Hello, everyone.
Got our music on, a little bit in the background, nice and chill. And all right, let us know who's here and get your journal ready. We've got a little journal party for this evening. Hopefully our emails went out. We've been changing all sorts of stuff in the background as we do, as per usual. But it's always growth. It's always for the best. I think we've been moving in the right direction. I hope so.
I think so.
Certainly hope so. You got your journal this time?
Yes.
Last time we were in a hotel room and she was writing on little but
you can journal anywhere.
Totally
anytime.
Totally cool. You can journal on anything.
Hey guys, hi.
What's up, Kathy? We got
Hello.
LaFrancis here. Geeky Witch in the house.
there.
Cool. All right. I feel like they opened I'm not, you know what? I was going to complain about the new software. We're not going to complain about it.
No, we don't complain.
No,
Not in this household.
We're just going to be happy about it.
Hello. Hi there.
Liz, Scorpio. Welcome back.
Hi.
Deidre's here. Good to see you. Who's ready to have some fun tonight? Tonight's about fun. I feel like we've been. Well, what was the last week's that we did?
Last week was I don't know what was last week about. Don't ask me on the spot.
I know,
I've already
right?
forgotten it. I've worked in a couple other programs since then. Would it?
I don't even remember off the top of my head.
Well, you know what? We were talking about lift your spirits.
There you go.
Yes. Okay.
Well, see, it got so lifted that we forgot what we did. Well, you know what? We're going to continue that theme. And tonight's all about figuring out what lights you up, figuring out what kind of fun is your kind of fun. I think, I don't know if anyone saw our little live, not live, what was it, a story?
Yeah,
We've been trying to make content and stuff like that.
We're going to get better at content.
We're going to try.
It's a process. It's quite the process.
Yeah. But, it's, I think that it's been on my mind a lot lately that I know that I want to have more fun in my life. And so much of like the stuff that I do that isn't fun is like done with this idea that like maybe I will later have some fun. And that's pretty
we don't
silly.
always get around to it.
Yeah.
So it's, we need to prioritize it. And I think we all need to consciously be making more of an effort because life is hard and having fun is necessary. Hi guys. Yes, lift your spirits. That was last week's program. I could have just looked at my journal and instead
you did. You eventually figured it out.
I eventually did.
I got mine here. I don't know why I was enjoying the awkward scrambling about it. But anyway, we're going to continue that theme because I think, part of having fun is allowing yourself to have fun. And if you know what is actually fun to you, then you can curate these sorts of experiences for yourself and actually lean into them with a little bit of conscious awareness. You know that we love that here at Journal Party. Did you prepared a little something to say about the program because you picked it, right?
Yes, exactly. So this week's session is called Find Your Kind of Fun, where we'll be exploring the concept of fun and playfulness.
Yay.
Life can get pretty serious sometimes, and connecting with our playful and lighthearted self is necessary for survival in this world. I truly believe that. And we'll reflect on how fun feels in the body, what activities make us feel the most alive, and set fun goals for the near future.
I think,
yes. Thank you.
You were, because you didn't have your journal.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
You know what? Honestly,
it's not in my journal.
We do these like right after like a real long nap. So allow me to just kind of like wake up a little bit. But I'm excited. You know what? Like whatever it is that we're journaling about, it's always fun to swim in your own headspace. And, even if you let that headspace go, that's okay too. Like people ask me like, do you often go back and read your journals? And like sometimes, but a lot of times it's like just getting it out so you can go and live your life.
Exactly. Get it out and move forward.
So well, thanks for the call out, Liz. That was totally true.
Really
it was
that.
about or jump starting a project, right?
Yes.
So let us know. How's everybody's projects been going? What have you all been working on?
And as you can see, we are in another new place temporarily, an Airbnb. Tomorrow we are going to my mother's house. we are jumping around. Thankfully, we'll be settled somewhat soon. So if you're
With
wondering,
no furniture. We'll just be in an empty house.
Yeah, we're moving into a house, but we won't have access to our furniture or anything. So it's gonna be really fun. But we're gonna get a little more settled and not quite so frazzled and on the road as we have been for the past 4 months.
It has been frazzling, obviously, right? But you know what? I think it's been an awesome journey. Like I feel like we started like not knowing what we wanted, and we had a whole bunch of life just like happen to us all at once. And when that happens, thank goodness we had the journaling events and everything else, because I think along the way we did a lot of soul searching and a lot of reflecting. And you know, when you do that, you become aware of like what makes you tick and what's important to you, and you can actually go and produce that in your experience. And now I'm actually really jazzed and excited about like this next chapter of our life. Like we didn't even know what that might look like, and now it's starting to come together.
Pieces are coming together, and I'm so excited.
Yay. Okay. Well, speaking of being excited, I'm excited for this evening's event. Let me know if there's any newbies in the house. Kiki Witch says, I'm so sick of boxes. I forgot we got a few people in the party moving.
Yes. I am so sick of unloading and loading our car with all of our personal belongings that we've been carrying with us. So I feel, it's a lot. So I'm glad you're getting a little break.
Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and get our platform up here. Folks, for the uninitiated, this is the Journal Party Guided Journaling platform. It's available at journalparty.com or on the iPhone or I should say Apple App Store or Google Play. You can download it for whatever type of mobile device that you've got. And it's basically just guided journaling. What we do is we pick a program every week. There's different prompts associated with gentle timers and player controls. We're going to control all that, so you don't have to do anything. Just sit back. We'll journal through the prompts with you. And then at the very end, we can all hang out and share our insights. This one's going to be fun because I as much as I want fun, I need to get better at like having fun. And so I think I'm excited to get in tune with like what I think is fun, but also I'm always so inspired by everyone in the group and their comments and what you have to share as well. And I think this will be fun, right? So, alrighty. Alex, odds or evens tonight?
I'll start us off. So I will do odds.
Very good. Okay, go ahead and get your pens, your notebooks, a beverage, anything, because it's time to get this party started. Right?
Let's do it.
Okay. 6 prompts tonight. Let's do it.
Catch the spark. List 5 moments from the last month that felt playful, interesting, funny, easy, or oddly satisfying. Do not judge whether they count as real fun. Just collect the clues.
Name the borrowed version. Write about a kind of fun you think you're supposed to enjoy more than you actually do. What does it promise, and what part of it never quite fits you?
Find your real signals. Choose one clue from your list that felt genuinely alive. Write what was happening, what your body wanted to do next, and what made the moment feel later.
Make it smaller. Turn that signal into a version that could fit an ordinary day. Shrink the time, cost, setup, and pressure until it feels easy enough to try.
Design the tiny experiment. Write one small, playful experiment for this week. Include when it could happen, what you would need, what would make it feel successful, and how you will know it belongs to you.
Last one, leave a door open. Finish with one sentence that gives you permission to follow fun in your own shape. Then write the smallest first move you can take. Oh, yeah. There we are. What's up? All right. Let us know in the chat, in the comments, how you did with that one. Let us know what lights you up. What's fun for you? How are you going to make sure that you go and nourish that part of yourself, that type of fun, that little corner or slice of your life that just makes it worthwhile? I had some pretty fun stuff coming up. What came up for you?
You know what? I'll be honest. I struggled with this one a little bit, and it was
tough. You had several pens.
I know. I literally had 2 pens die, so that distracted me. But I do think this was really important for me to have done because I'm recognizing I'm not having as much fun as I should in my lifetime. And, I certainly came up with a few ideas that I'm looking forward to. But I mean, again, I don't know about anyone else, but I kind of struggle to think of things, and I look back and I think, I used to be a lot of fun. Maybe I can, kind of get back in touch with that.
Channel old girl.
Yes, I need to channel old girl Alex, because old girl Alex was the mayor of Funtown. Yes. So I need to get back to it. But some of the things that came up for me, it's hanging out with my cousins and my niece. I feel like, just recently, I had the opportunity to see all of them in one room together, which is very rare because 3 of them don't even live in Los Angeles anymore. So I thought that was really special. Also, going to Mexican restaurants is by far one of my favorite pastimes. It's our favorite pastime. I also love going. I have some girlfriends that love to go as well. So that was a big one for me too. I really want to get into, and I mentioned it might have been the last session or the one before, but just wanting to get into, movies and watching classic movies, especially with my niece. Movies that maybe I've seen or would like to see again, but also just all those classic movies we're told we should watch and we haven't. I would love to have that experience with my niece and do that together and kind of explore that. So I happen to love movies and all things Hollywood. So I think that would be really fun. And one funny thing I thought, something that a lot of people do for fun that I find little to no joy in is going to the beach. And this is coming from someone who was born and raised in San Diego and lived right near the water. And, neither of my parents were really beachgoers themselves. So we looked at the ocean, but didn't quite go to the water and do any sort of activities on there.
Who does that here? Do people go in the water?
Well, not necessarily Los Angeles, but all my San Diego friends definitely spend, a lot of time at the beach, and I love that. That's the perfect place for them to be. But yeah, it's something that, again, people get a lot of joy out of, and I personally have not. So yeah, but I'm looking.
Oh, okay. That was the one where you feel like you should
Yes,
go.
exactly. It's something that other people find a lot of joy in that I
My
don't
brother
necessarily.
Josh is that way. He hates the beach.
I know. It just makes me really uncomfortable. I don't like being hot. I also don't tan, so there's no real benefit. I have such fair skin.
But the West Coast beaches are like perfect for you because they're like Hollister, like wear jackets and jeans.
Well, maybe, but just why would I want to be in my regular clothes getting dirty?
Fair enough. You don't have to like it. It's a good thing to notice. An interesting thing. Well, first off, you said you had a hard time. You came up with like a lot of really good stuff. So be nice to yourself, and it's okay if like you don't feel like you land every prompt perfectly. You had some really great insights, and all it took was a little bit of honest reflection on your reflection, which I don't know, interesting. Another interesting thing though was the thing that I feel like I should like more and I don't is actually hanging out and like watching TV. I mean, there was a time where I used to love watching TV and I was kind of digging into it a little bit, and I actually just I don't like the whole experience of having to find something to watch. I think I used to like TV when it was just channel surfing because I could just, sit there and kind of like mindlessly like relax, and it was a relaxing thing for me. But like Alex will throw me the remote and be like, "You find something," and I'm just like, "No," because I know I'm just gonna sit there, and like I don't like having to make all those decisions. It feels like work for me, and I'm like, usually that's when I'm giving myself permission to not work. But you came up with a really great idea is watching all those classical movies. And so I think, and we actually do have a list of movies that we want to watch together. And so maybe that could be like our first step. But like if we have a list of something to watch and it's part of like, improving our what was it, catalog of stuff that we've seen together, and also the one time I do enjoy it is when I'm hanging out and snuggling with you, and I don't know, like, but maybe I can find a way, because look, obviously a lot of what I wrote about was like going out, seeing friends, and doing all this other stuff, but like I do want to be able to just like enjoy regular downtime and actually have that be fun. So I think that could be a good one. We gotta reignite our list. So let us know if you have any good classic movie suggestions or anything like that.
Go back a little bit.
Yeah, I want to take a look-see. Let me get the chat out of our face so we can address some of these uno by uno. Okay, let's see. Recording your hike. Recording a relaxing float in the lake, watching the rain hit my window, reading one of my writing in my writing group, all very like super chill. Like I feel like you're like chill fun. That's I dig it. That's
awesome.
And
Kathy.
Cleaning.
Oh, I love cleaning too.
She's a cleaner. She likes to go. It's sometimes it's just moving things. I feel like
beg to differ. I am the only one who deep cleans the house, so let's not go there. But I do enjoy cleaning, and it does release, it's all the good feeling vibes. Like I'm a big fan of it. So
okay, well, I won't take that away from you because someone's got to do it.
Yeah, and
it's not me. Debatable. All right. Kathy says, replying. Oh, okay. This was a continuation. As a mom, I made cleaning fun for my kids. Now it definitely feels like a chore. Yeah, it feels like a chore to me too. I don't know. I'm not big on it. She's like, when we get in a new house, you want to just have like a real fun cleaning day? I'm like, no.
Yeah. He rejected that.
Like we're getting pros to do everything else. Why would we do that one? I clearly don't have competence in it, but maybe I could learn.
Just one
maybe
nice
one
deep clean together.
Oh, if that makes you happy, anything for you, my love. Kathy said, being in nature, the lake and the hike, I felt so relaxed, unrushed. I think it was the alone time and not having responsibilities in that moment. That's awesome. Yeah. A lot of what gates my fun is like whether or not I feel like there's something I should be doing. And I think for me, at least, that's a trap because I can always think of something I should be doing. And I think I saw Melissa had a similar sort of like permission statement from that last one. That was super powerful for me. Just be like, you deserve to have fun. You deserve to be able to relax and to rest and to hang out with your friends. Like so much of like, I think what is hard for me because I'm such a workaholic sometimes is like it's isolating. And actually, everything that I was writing about really enjoying, a lot of my fun is really just being around people that I like. And it doesn't necessarily matter what we're doing. It just matters that I get myself, into position to where I can, be around these people. And, I know that good friends are hard to come by. And as we've gotten older, like it's easier to like let more and more time go by because everyone's got their own things going on. But I think, I'm really excited that we have a home space that's a little closer to everybody now. And, we can maybe create the space and make it easier for everybody to get together because I don't think I'm alone amongst my friends, even though we're all self-important and have our own things going on. Like, I don't think I'm alone in, just the sentiment of like, hey, this is good when we get together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kathy says, turn on the nature sounds at home with my flashing light speakers to mimic the night sky in my room with no distractions.
So nice.
That's cool.
I love that. I love those projectors. We used to have a bunch of them. And for our new home, we're definitely going to get some more because there's nothing like being in a room and you feel like you're floating in the galaxy.
Other than my astronaut alien speaker that displays the Milky Way and stars while listening to nature, I can't think of anything.
That's lovely. I got a massage today. I was so sore and they were playing this lovely music, just nature sounds being by the beach, and got me right into the mood. I felt like I was, and again, I know I said I don't like hanging out at the beach. I like to be, near the ocean and see it and stuff. So it just felt like, maybe I was sitting out on a balcony somewhere. Maybe not sitting on the sand, but it felt nice.
You love looking at the beach.
I love looking at the beach for sure. I just don't necessarily like spending all day roasting in the sun.
Like in the sand.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And sunbathing.
Okay.
If you can't get tan and you have sensitive skin like me, it's not fun. You just think about all the potential damage you're doing to your skin.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't. Now that I'm like trying not to like get skin cancer or age or anything, like now that I care, like it was more fun when I could like be like, I had to set a timer. Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
No, I'm too
It's probably
worried
best
about
for my health. Kathy says, nature is where I find peace, and peace is fun filling up my cup. Just plug in the darn astronaut alien speaker. Just do it.
Just do it.
I gotta see this. Like, you gotta drop a pic in the group for that one. Sounds like a cool speaker. Geeky Witch. I deserve to have fun, to unwind and find peace in my life. I will start by enjoying my favorite playlist.
I love that.
As I drive to work tomorrow. I didn't even write about that in this one, but it's been one that's been an insight that's been coming up regular for me, and I think for other people in this group too, is how powerful music is for like setting a vibe and shifting your mood. And can totally light you up and make things that are more fun. And I know that like in LA, one of my least fun experiences is being in the car. But you turn on some good tunes and you kind of accept the experience for what it is, and you can have a little bit of fun with it. I think that's awesome.
I was going to say, I think connecting with nostalgia as well is really important, and nostalgic playlists, especially again, driving in LA, there's so much traffic, and it's one of my least favorite things too. But I am, again, put on some old tunes that remind me of old fun me, and I feel amazing. So definitely play some old hits that you used to like, because it brings out that energy in you.
Liz says, I decided I'm going to Google artist dates ideas from the Artist Way. I'm also not having a lot of fun. Well, sorry about that. Hopefully you got in tune with this. And also hit up Mary. Mary knows all about the artist dates. She can probably share. I know she's been having a ball with that. So excellent ideas. I mean, I think, fun is a way to love yourself, and that is obviously super important. And if you feel like you're generally not having fun, and not in a general sense, I feel like that could come down to like a self-care, self-love sort of issue. You deserve it, and hopefully you were able to figure out what makes you tick, what is actually fun for you, and give it to yourself. Because if you're like me, where I'm always thinking about like, oh, what I ought to be doing, have I done enough, and this and that. When I do break through that garbage and find a little bit of recreation in my life, eventually that time passes, and then I get back on the horse. But I'm much better off, like, because you're going into it feeling rested or nourished or loved, and it's a much better place to operate from, if even when you are having to handle work or responsibilities or anything like that, any of the stuff that comes up in life. Like if you've been fed by some of that good fun and recreation, I think it goes down better. Kathy, I love the water, but hate the sand at the beach.
Yeah.
Well, different sands at different beaches. That could be fun. We could go. No, not into that. Some beaches have some really, like, they got that fine sand. Some have the kind that looks like little shells. Some have pebbles. Remember, we saw a bunch of pebbles and rocky beaches when we went up the coast.
Yeah.
Beautiful nature stuff. I love looking at nature. I'm with you, Kathy. Although, I don't mind the sand. Let's see. Liz says, love the Artist Day. Okay, she's right on time. Alex, we need a journal party with the Artist Way.
I think we might need to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll definitely consider that.
We sort of have morning pages built into some of our morning programs. But yeah, like an artist date sort of thing would be good. To be honest, like where I run into resistance or friction around any of that kind of stuff is just intellectual property. Like, because we charge for journal party, premium at least, I'm always afraid that if I create off of somebody else's creation, that they'll come after us or something like that. And so I suppose we could ask for permission. I am on Julia Cameron's like little social media thing, and maybe we could see if she would participate in something. That would be a dream come true, right? But even if not, that would actually be one of those things where it would be great for like a creator to do it, now that we've opened it up, and you can make your own programs on Journal Party. Because if it's not coming from like Journal Party official, it's not like a business that they can go after. And not to say that, and I don't think they would go after, like, you're allowed to make your own journal prompts for books you've read. Like, that's not, I don't think that that's an IP violation. But I think that if we did it like Journal Party presents the Artist Way, we might get into a little bit of trouble. I don't know. We have to talk to our legal on that. It's a good idea, though. I know a lot of people love the Julia Cameron stuff, myself included. Mary also said, going to the farmer's market, having a Disney dance. Are you a Disney adult? And did I miss this? Listening to a podcast while going on a walk. Yeah.
Yes.
I love finding something good to listen to on a walk. Like, as much as I been talking about listening to music, and I love music, I'm a musician. on my walks and stuff, like I really love finding a good audiobook or a podcast or something to engage with. And actually, I wonder if that's like because it kind of scratches the itch of like needing someone to like hang out with or talk to. Maybe. I mean, you have your podcast and we call them your friends.
Yeah, you call them my friends. You're like, what are your friends saying today? I have real ones too.
I know you do, but it's funny. It's cute. She got all of her little murder podcasts, and I don't know. They're all like you. I feel like you would hang out with them. Geeky Witch says, I tried one of those float therapy pods last month. We were just talking about those. Yeah. Oh, I have a really gross story, but I won't share it. And it was kind of weird, but so relaxing, and I want to do it again. Definitely made me feel happy and relaxed afterward. Yeah. I was telling girl Alex, because she never did one of those before, and we've both been, we've been sleeping on these Airbnb mattresses and stuff, and our shoulders, necks are all, backs are all out of whack lately. And I was like, oh, we should get into one of those float tanks, because I've done it before. And that feeling of like actually being unburdened by your own body mass is like really crazy. Like to be like kind of weightless, or your mind can stop like dealing with having to support its own body, and then you start like tripping out. Like, I mean, some people do. I never like really like, never had anything like weird like that happen, but I did, it's super relaxing and like weird sensations. Like I was like lying down, but like I had the sensation that like my body like was like upright. Yeah, super weird.
And Geeky Witch, I don't know if you've tried it, but plunge pools, cold plunging. I've only done it once, but it was amazing, and it was super euphoric, and it was just like this sense of euphoria that I've never, felt naturally. It was just so interesting. It's not something in your day-to-day life you're going to come about. So I am very open to float therapy. I also highly encourage everyone to try a cold plunge once, because again, the feelings I experience, never felt them before, and I would like to have more of that experience going forward.
I feel bad. I just looked at what our like mobile view looks like on TikTok, and you can't see either one of us. That's why. Well, when we get back to our own offices and our respective spaces, the layout will look good on mobile. But I don't even think we have anybody on there, so it'll be fun. Anyway, I'm shocked you like the cold plunge. To be honest, I can't deal with it. I consider myself super disciplined, and you'd think like, being like a dude, I'd have been like influenced by all the dude podcasters who are talking about that stuff. Oh, like the shower is too cold, and I'm a baby about it. Cindy says, I just need a kayak, no pod necessary. I'm giving myself permission to keep the kayaks out so I can easily grab and go. Wow, how nice would that be to just grab and go with a kayak? That sounds so cool. What does it say? Hanging in the garage each time makes it harder for me to just go. Yeah, well, we've talked about that before. There's an interesting book. I think it's called Nudge or something to that effect. But the whole thesis of the book is something that we talked about before. It's like there's little things that you can do to just like make certain things easier in your life. And a lot of times we don't do certain things because there's just like one step that's like a little bit too much resistance for you. And it's not something that like, unless you like make yourself do it, you're going to overcome it. And so you can use this, in both positive and negative ways. Like one example of the negative would be like, hey, I'm trying not to eat so much junk food, and I eat more when it's like right there at eye level. But if you hide it, we do that. We did that at our old house. You'd have to get a step stool out to get it. Oh, I hated that, but it worked.
Yeah, but any sort of minimal, like there needs to be no way you can't do it. Yeah, have it out, have it sitting out. Even just like organizing our kitchen and stuff, I'm so excited. If I don't see the products that we have, I don't know that they exist. So now I've been putting away our stuff in the cupboard, but everything is facing outwards. I can see it. It's easily accessible, because if there's any sort of like anything in my way, I will find an excuse not to do it or not to eat it or not to so
we often explore the path of least resistance.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
And when you get the idea or the inspiration, unfortunately, if there is resistance in the way, it's easy to talk yourself out of it.
So very smart to have it ready to go. There's no excuse. You can just get going.
Mary said, my permission sentence was find the fun. Mary's always like Johnny on the spot with the sayings, the quotes, and Ugh, I love it. And first step is to play the old junior high MASH game. What is that? That's not this one, right?
No, it's well, yeah, no, it is, right? Yeah, it is. It's the one where, you find what home you're gonna live in, what your future spouse is gonna do for a living, like all these fun, silly things. But yes, Smash is doing the little
hand thing.
Yeah, the little hand thing. Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
I loved it. What a great idea, Mary. And again, just connecting with nostalgia is like, I'm having a lot of fun doing that. So keep it up. Let's definitely get in touch with that.
Melissa said, Alex, I totally get the fear with sunburn. I am very pale skinned myself. I never go to the beach during prime hours, only later in the day.
Yep.
Interesting. I have a friend, our friend Robin, she's allergic to the sun.
She is,
like straight, like we had an outdoor wedding. I felt so bad for her. She was like head to toe with like a parasol and everything because like her body will like have like a violent reaction to her being, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That is wild. So yeah, I mean, obviously got to take care of yourself because what's not fun is sunburns aren't fun. I got sunburned so bad on our honeymoon, I almost ruined it.
Yeah, he did. It was terrible. He was in such a bad mood.
I was having the best time too, and that's probably why we were on jet skis, and I didn't even think that like when you sit down, your shorts kind of hike up a little bit, and I didn't put the sunscreen on my thighs, and so my thighs were just roasted. I was like destroyed, and my back too. We did okay. I bounced back in a couple days. It was pretty rough though. I learned my lesson. Cindy says, wow, I struggle typing apparently. That's hanging them. We got it. Yeah, hanging them up in the garage. Mary says, I am a Disney music adult. Okay. Some of those songs hit hard. Goofy Movie, Eye to Eye. Off to have a dance party now. Love it. Your kids must love it.
Yeah.
Geeky Witch. I'm a little afraid of the plunge pool, but I should try. Yeah, I could get behind it if we had, I don't know, if we made it like a thing at our house or something. I don't know.
I was terrified, and I was at a nervous system reset retreat when I did it, and all of us are a bunch of nervous wrecks. So they had to, like there was preparing us for it and stuff, and it was definitely an emotional situation for a lot of us. So you can do it. If I can do it, you can 100% do it. And again, I was terrified, but when I did it, I thought, oh my goodness, like I'm capable of anything. And the euphoria you experience. So please just give it a shot and see how it goes.
And sweat lodges too.
Oh, I hate, but yeah, the nervous system reset place. They also had us go into a sweat lodge where they seal you into a small dark room and pour boiling hot water onto hot stones, and you sit there and you steam, in my opinion, to death. And I lasted about a minute, and I ran out of there full panic attack mode. So yeah, again, some things work for some people. That was not my idea of fun. That heat is not my friend, and it is not fun. But somehow I could manage plunging into a pool with massive ice cubes floating around. So
I feel like the fun in those things is like when you're done. Like it's fun when you're done. You're like, I did that. It's like a relief. But I don't know. Like being in the freezing cold water. You know what? I do love a sauna. I don't mind that.
Thank
but
you,
well, you know what? I think. To each their own.
Exactly.
That's kind of
Find
the point of tonight.
Fun.
Exactly. So, folks, as we get to a new hour here, want to thank you again for spending some time with us, journaling with us. Pardon our dust. I know we've been on different platforms, emails not working, all sorts of crazy stuff. But you know what? We continue to do our best, and I'm so excited. We've finally closed on the house. Well, tomorrow is the official close, right? So fortunately, our Airbnb adventures are coming to a close, and we can start to build anew. And I think I'm excited to like have my mind primed with all of this stuff because, like a blank page, I think that's kind of what our new house is going to be symbolic of for us. And, like I said, we've done a lot of soul searching, figured out what makes us tick. And I just can't wait to like create that with you and all of you. I mean, because, so much of what we do is centered around this whole experience. And just, I can't thank you all enough for showing up week after week and doing this with us. And let us know if there's anything that you want to be journaling about in the future. You can email Alex with an I at journalparty.com because she's you're our programmer, our event programmer, right? So let us know if there's something that you want to be journaling about on one of these live sessions. And if we don't have the program, we'll get it written for us. And if it's one of those deep programs, that's why we got the mental health advisory board. I feel like once we land in the new house, we can probably start cracking into some of the deeper stuff.
Oh yeah,
if you haven't noticed,
a bit deeper.
we've been keeping it light and fluffy lately because we need it
for our sanity. So thank you for going along with it because this is what we can handle at this point.
Well, look, sometimes like the light, the heavy, life is diverse in its experience. And, I think the best thing you can do is be willing to take an honest look at that, whether it's light or whether it's heavy. And so, kudos to everyone out there for being willing to do this week after week without necessarily knowing which program we're going to force you to do with us. With that, I'm trying to think, any new housekeeping stuff? No? All right. Well, with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your week. And as always,